Hello, Cobras. So today we will open class with an ekphrastic poetry reading by Peter Fischl titled To the Little Polish Boy Standing with His Arms Up. As we know from our vocabulary review, ekphrastic poetry is a poem that responds to a work of art, or in this case, a poem that's responding to a photograph. It's also described as a literary description and or commentary on a visual work of art, or again, in this case, the photograph that we see here. This photograph that we're looking at was first published in Life magazine on November 28, 1960, and it was taken in the Warsaw ghetto by Nazi photographers who were attempting to deport tens of thousands of Jews in 1943. At one point, the Warsaw ghetto held nearly 500,000 Jews, and 45,000 died there in 1941 alone. The Warsaw Ghetto was the largest of all Jewish ghettos in German-occupied Europe during World War II, and it was located in Poland. The author of the poem, Peter Fischl, was a Holocaust survivor who managed to survive the last weeks of the war in hiding with his mother and sister. Then years later, in 1957, he was able to escape to America during the Hungarian Revolution, where he settled in Southern California. Years later, in 1965, he saw the photograph of the little Polish boy and became so overwhelmed with grief and with just different feelings that it inspired him to write a poem about the photograph and the little Polish boy. He was not a poet, did not consider himself a poet, but he wrote the poem anyway. 30 years after he wrote the poem, he saw a movie called Schindler's List, and after seeing the film was so overcome with his memory of the Polish boy that he decided to publish the poem. To the Little Polish Boy Standing with His Arms Up by Peter Fischl. I would like to be an artist so I could make a painting of you, little Polish boy, standing with your little hat on your head, the Star of David on your coat, standing in the ghetto with your arms up, as many Nazi machine guns pointing at you. I would make a monument of you and the world who said nothing. I would like to be a composer so I could write a concerto of you, little Polish boy. Standing with your little hat on your head, the Star of David on your coat, standing in the ghetto with your arms up, as many Nazi machine guns pointing at you. I would write a concerto of you and the world who said nothing. I am not an artist, but my mind had painted a painting of you. 10 million miles high is the painting, so the whole universe can see you now, little Polish boy. Standing with your little hat on your head, the Star of David on your coat, standing in the ghetto with your arms up, as many Nazi machine guns pointing at you. And the world who said nothing. I'll make this painting so bright that it will blind the eyes of the world who saw nothing. 10 billion miles high will be the monument so the whole universe can remember of you, little Polish boy. Standing with your little hat on your head, the Star of David on your coat, standing in the ghetto with your arms up, as many Nazi machine guns pointing at you. And the monument will tremble, so the blind world now will know what fear is in the darkness. The world who said nothing. I am not a composer, but I will write a composition for 5 trillion trumpets, so it will blast the eardrums of this world, the worlds who heard nothing. I am sorry that it was you and not me. To the Little Polish Boy Standing with His Arms Up by Peter Fischl.